elder lawyer, if you will, let's deal with the prophecy of Venezuela. Venezuela, brothers and sisters, Venezuela is from the tribe of Asher. They're Asherites. They're the indigenous people before the colonizers from the tribe of Asher who came over into the United States 718 BC. They were already here. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy, going straight to it, elder lawyer. Get Deuteronomy 33 and 24 and Deuteronomy 8 and 9. Deuteronomy, for those who have read, who have seen the video, The 12 Lost Tribes Found. If you haven't seen that, I implore you go there, okay? Now, you have a lot of people who don't want to give this up, folks. What? You have a lot of Israelites who they mean well, but don't want to let it go. They mean well. They keep on saying that the white Jews from Europe that went into the Middle East are Ashkenazi. They keep saying that. They keep saying that. And because there's a lot of Sephardic, you got Sephardic, Ashkenazi, self-proclaimed Ashkenazi. You have Israelites claiming that they're from the tribe of Japheth because of the Ashkenazi title they've taken on. Well, if you know the history of Amalek, of Esau, he what? He assimilates into every culture and calls themselves by the people names that he assimilate with. So when you see Ashkenazi, Esau once assimilated themselves amongst the ancient Japhetic people. And this is why a lot of Israelites are confused. So I don't blame them for going to Ashkenazi and seeing that, because white people told them they were Ashkenazis. Jewish people told them. See? The same way white people today on these reservations told people that they were North American Indians. They assimilated. They assimilated. See that? So I understand why they're doing it, but they need to do further research. There's no prophecy that say that Japheth would be in position to rule the world at the very end. It doesn't fit prophecy. You just can't use what they told you, and you know they lie. They lie every place they go. You can't take what they tell you and say, well, they're from Japheth because they told us this. There's Ashkenazi. Let's go to Genesis. Now, let's break down Venezuela real quick, elder lawyer, if you will. Let's go to Deuteronomy 33, verse 24.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy 33 and 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren. And let him dip his foot in oil.
And let him dip his foot in oil. So the same people the president of Venezuela called out 12 years ago is behind the war against Venezuela today for the same reason they're in the Middle East. See that? It tell you Asher would dip his foot in oil. The Most High blessed Asher with what? Serious mineral resources, including oil. That's Asher. Now let's give a precept to give that context, if you will, elder. Let's go to Deuteronomy 8, verse 9.
Deuteronomy 8, verse number 9. A land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness. Thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land where stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass.
And out of thy hills thou mayest dig brass. When you precept that, it linked directly into that. Now, let's go back to Deuteronomy 33 and 24 and read both verses, Elder Lawyer. The 24th and the 25th verse.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy 33 and 24.
Yes.
And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil.
Read.
Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be.
So shall thy strength be. So what was our prophets prophesying concerning Asher? All of the mineral resources, including oil, they would hold under their feet in the last days. Huh? I need y'all to look at this real quick. Boom. Real Times. This was 2009, about the time the church began its ministry, folks. We had this stuff for years. Venezuela's boosts mining and metals with global deals. They were making global deals with Iran and different countries way back then. And that was an issue because they was borrowing out the United States. And through this, Venezuela had the best economy for its people during the time of Chavez and all that. Like it was in Libya, where all the money was going back to its citizenry. Venezuela was living good under Chavez. See? Because they were negotiating what? With their minerals. Check this out. The 25th verse on Asher. Read it.
Deuteronomy 33 and 25. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass.
Thy shoes shall be iron and brass. Let's check this out. What is Venezuela known for? Well, they got gold and everything there. They got oil. What a rich country. Folks, copper. As the Most High said it would be. Copper. Not only do they got oil, they have gold and they have copper. What would be under Venezuela's feet in the mountains and all of that? Brass. Huh? Tell me the Most High isn't, tell me the Bible isn't a living record, an identifier, a marker concerning where God's people would be scattered. Now, why is this so important? This is why Esau had to come looking for us. Any place the Most High scatter us, he put us in areas to be blessed. Even after we were scattered, we would go into areas where the Most High would provide for his children. Now, Esau, claiming to be God's people, are seeking to steal all the resources that were naturally, according to prophecy, given to us within the diaspora. Huh? Are y'all following me here? Are y'all following me here? Real quick, so y'all can look at this yourselves to prove to others that the prophecies are true concerning the 12 lost tribes. The Venezuelans going from parts of Colombia into Brazil, and I'm not speaking of the Judites who went into Brazil, are predominantly Asherites according to the Bible. Okay? So in a nutshell, Esau is trying to steal all the resources in Venezuela. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Hebrew and Bible Academy, you are invited. Tomorrow we're going into the Abraham seed, and we're going to break down the lies they have taught us in modern day Christianity concerning Abraham and Abraham's children. Okay? They have lied on everything concerning the gospel of Christ. Okay? They have lied on everything. What do I mean by that? Well, this is what we mean by that. You good, lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is what we mean by that. They lied about everything. Beyond 2025, hope after Armageddon. We're going to go into that, and we're going to break down Armageddon in the Academy. You need to be there. We're only week 3. If you enroll, guess what? We'll make sure you receive the 2 lessons you've missed to catch up before Sunday. We're going to go into the Abraham seed. They lied. Everything they were teaching was all about political leverage that would justify white people, Edomites, being in the land of Israel today, according to what? The prophecy that leads to a war at the Valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what they're there for. It has nothing to do with some Christians or some Israelites or Jews going back to the motherland. Okay? Their whole theology was political. What do I mean by that? If they could convince people that these white Eastern Europeans were God's people, through theology, they would have the backing of Christians to get a land that didn't belong to their forefathers. It was political. It was sold through propaganda and Hollywood. And the majority of the people who went into the land didn't even believe in Christ. So what do? They assimilate. That's what they do. They'll become Christians and set up evangelical schools of theology and teach replacement theology. What is replacement theology? Well, you're going to know what that is tomorrow. Their whole theology was to have the world forget that the blacks, we are the children of Israel, so that they could replace us as God's people. That's your Christian replacement theology. It was all a lie so that we wouldn't question strangers, Gentiles in the land in the last days. The same way they lied with our textbooks claiming that Christopher Columbus discovered America while the 12 tribes, the 10 tribes were already here. How can you discover a land where people are already here? So the same way they lied about that, they lied about them being the people going into the land. Replacement theology. We're going to talk about that, and guess what? Now that they can't use it anymore, they're like, okay, let's go on to the next thing. Christianity was a thing when the ruling class could use it to politically rule over a people. It's the only reason they wanted it, because we would look at them as God's people. It was about reverencing our oppressors. Okay? So as soon as we figured out that we were the Israelites, they were like, okay, the gig is up. Let's move on to this. Let's move on to now biowarfare. See? Biowarfare. Hey, roll up your sleeves. Roll up your sleeves and get what's good for you. Because you know what? We have a white jacket on And we really want you to survive through this. Right? You know, we love you all. Okay? The same people in all of their textbooks and white papers are telling the whole earth there's too many people. There's too many people. The earth is overpopulated, but they're going to give you something that's good for you. Now that you figure it out that you're God's people, they're going to give you some good stuff.